Welcome back, everybody. It's Two Nerds Are Better Than One. I am Ron Deasy. I got my buddy Opal here.
Oh, Mr. Awesome.
Yes, he is. All right, we're gonna dive right into it. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna go back maybe a month or so. We're gonna go to movies first. Sonic 3.
I like movies.
Did you happen to go see Sonic?
I did not. It's about to be on Paramount Plus, though, so I'm going to check it out then. But you can tell me all about it. It's fine. It's just a Sonic
Oh
movie.
man. So I saw all of them. I didn't watch the Knuckles series, but Sonic 3, I think I told you last time, I think it's the best one out of the three.
The second one is the Knuckles one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Sonic thing was there's when there's the fight between Sonic and Shadow,
Mm-hmm.
it's like epic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's epic. It's almost
I've been told, though, by a lot of people so far that, well, not a ton of people, but people that have seen it that have told me it's definitely the best out of the three.
Yeah. Now I don't know too much the history of Shadow, but they tell you what I didn't play the games that had Shadow in it, but the movie, I guess I've read it that they did explain it well and they changed a few things, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
And then the end credits is good too, or post credits.
The only part I've actually seen of it is the trailers, obviously, and also the meme with Robotnik dancing with himself.
Oh
Seen
yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Apparently, you can put that to any song and it just works.
Yeah. So Sonic 3 is good. So we talked about this. On to the next movie, Captain America.
Ooh, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it the day after. I think I saw it on Saturday that it
Okay.
came out. Do you want to go? Want to take this? What'd you think about it first?
Well, it's definitely the best Marvel thing that's come out until Deadpool, of course, besides Deadpool. But other than that,
Mhm.
it's been probably the best thing that's come out for Marvel in a while. That being said, still not that great, but it was. I got to see a Red Hulk on screen, so that's what I went for. So,
Right.
you know. But in terms of story and editing and cuts and stuff like that, I wasn't that impressed. But
Okay. So I agree with you on some parts. I was kind of scared because I read and saw a lot of people's reviews and they were bashing it. And I saw it and I was like, this isn't bad at all.
well, you know
Now,
what? It's interesting is you see two different reviews, right? You see critics' reviews, which are terrible, and audience, which wasn't too bad. So I went in there like, what critics? I don't care about critics. Audience, whatever. I always just make up my own mind anyway. But
Mhm.
critics actually crapping on it was kind of looked good to me because they've been like praising all these other Marvel shitty things. So
Right.
it's like, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, I kind of was going towards the negativity because I haven't seen any movie where Anthony Mackie is like a lead character.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to be the lead in this, or first off, he's the lead character in a big franchise,
Yeah.
and he's taking up a mantle. Number two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he has a lot to prove. And I think he did well. I think he did. I don't think he did. I don't think his aim was to be. I didn't see him as Captain America. I saw him as like
That's the problem, though.
a newer version of
You're
Falcon.
supposed to see him as Captain America. That's
Yeah.
the problem. That's why.
or
That's
should
the
I
whole
say
thing. Like, it's like, all right, he did good as a Falcon with a shield.
yeah.
But that's not who he's supposed to be. This is why there's a problem with passing the mantle onto another person. You know?
Let me correct myself. Let me correct myself.
No, you know what you said. I heard what you said.
I know what I said. I
and
know what I
that's what
said.
you meant.
I think what I meant to say, he wasn't Chris. What's it? Steve Rogers? There we go. He's not Steve Rogers.
No, he's not.
But did he play a good Captain America? I give him a passing grade. You know, not the best. Give him some more time, I guess you could say, because Steve Rogers had what 7 movies.
All right, let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
Do you think that Bucky would have been a better Captain America?
Bucky, no.
Really?
I think he probably been just as good
Really?
as Falcon. Yeah.
Because to me, it seems like Bucky has just a better story arc, right? He was
yeah,
his right hand man, just like
he's
Falcon.
just as old.
Exactly. Just, well,
Mhm.
age, whatever. But he's just as strong, pretty much,
Hmm.
right? But he also has a whole terrible, like, thing happen to him. He has
Yeah,
to come back from a lot of trials and tribulations. I just feel like he has a much better redemption arc,
yeah, 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 yeah,
like
yeah.
than Sam Wilson would. And Sam Wilson was great as Falcon. He
Yeah.
didn't need to be Captain America. I mean, look, you go either way, that's fine. But I'm just curious, if you thought that might be a
Well,
little bit
yeah,
better.
I know they're playing they're trying to follow the comics because Falcon did take up the Captain America role
And
at
didn't
one
Bucky
point.
as well? Didn't they both do it at some point?
I want to say I think that's true. I think that's accurate. I just not for sure,
Mm.
and I'm not sure if Bucky. I'm not sure if Bucky just hold down to the shield or did Bucky become the name Captain America. But I know Falcon became or Sam Wilson became Captain America. I'm not sure if Bucky became Captain America. I think he just held the shield for a while. Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was good. I did see some parts where people were saying like, "Oh, you can tell this was a green screen part right here."
Oh man,
And
there are
the
some
only
really easy ones to tell, and I don't even look for it. But that one, you could
yeah,
just, I mean, yeah, you could tell.
the only one I really saw was the Hulk fight. There's a part where that's the only one that really stuck out to me,
What about the Liv
honestly.
Tyler one, man, where she's like in the prison?
Oh, what's going on? Oh, the Liv Tyler one?
Yeah, that definitely didn't look like she was actually there at all.
Yeah, yeah, that one I could probably say, yeah, that one was yeah. We could say that one. What's
You were
going
out
on?
of
Okay,
focus.
there
There
we
you
go.
go. You keep
Yeah, I don't
making it out
know.
of focus. Just give it a second.
I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What's capturing.
Patience, teasing.
Um, but I did see what people were saying that this was a second Hulk movie because was there's Liv, there's Betty Ross, there's Red Hulk, there's the leader, um, there's somebody else. They didn't mention Abomination. Oh, they put the original film of Incredible Hulk in there,
Wasn't it so
and
funny? It's like,
yeah,
well, they didn't even in the trailers and all this stuff. They really didn't make you feel like you had to watch like the old Hulk movie at all,
yeah,
right? I mean, you already had so much homework to do anyway. You had to do Falcon the Winter Soldier too as well. Then you got to do the Hulk,
hmm,
and you gotta see Endgame because you got to see how the mantle was passed.
yeah,
So quite a bit of homework for this one.
yeah. So what else? I thought the Hulk fight was cool. I actually think that all the action scenes were decent. They're pretty good. I thought so.
I
From
did
the
like the way he
opening,
beat the Hulk. That didn't bother me.
yeah.
I
No, you
actually
know what?
that was pretty
Actually,
good. The way
actually,
he killed him was, or sorry, the way he disabled him enough was pretty good.
and so I have to do research because I know sometimes the Marvel Cinematic Universe tries to follow the comics, but they'll change their own things. But I think for like the everyday, just a casual moviegoer, they're going to compare the Red Hulk to the Green Hulk,
Yeah,
and they're going to be like, "Oh, how did the Red Hulk get stabbed like that? Why is he getting beat by a person that doesn't even have the soldier serum, like the super serum or super soldier serum?"
well, because I mean, to be fair, Falcon's basically like Iron Man with
Yeah, he has the
with
Wakanda. Yeah,
with a vibranium suit. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's one thing I was like, I don't really buy the wing getting stabbed into the Hulk, Red Hulk, and Red Hulk was
I mean, if
already
it's
like
made of
limping
vibranium
at
and it's
them.
sharp enough, I can buy that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with Hulk in general. They just dumb him down towards the end. I
Yeah.
guess towards the end of the things.
Well,
Yeah,
Red Hulk
yeah,
is not supposed to be as strong as Green Hulk
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, 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 yeah. But casual moviegoers don't know that.
No, for
They'll
sure.
I think they'll just compare the two.
I always thought what was interesting about Red Hulk is that because he was Thunderbolt Ross, he had a lot of military experience, so he fought better than
Yeah.
the Green Hulk, but he wasn't as
Hmm.
strong as the Green
Yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I believe, I mean, in the comics, I think he kind of had his mind as Red Hulk. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he
could
was.
talk.
Yeah,
He
he
could talk
wasn't
too.
like
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. I did my research real quick. Red Hulk did a lot of things. He's not as strong as the Hulk, but he's strong.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
there's a lot of people he beat like brutally, and in a cool way too. So but I know it sounds like I'm bashing it, but I thought it was pretty good. I think the leader, I didn't like how they did him. Everybody's used to him having that big dome head,
I gotta agree on that.
and
Totally,
the
man. We're
the
making comic
whole
book movies, man. Just go with
yeah
it. Go all out.
yeah yeah
He looks so bad, dude. I don't know,
yeah.
man. It just reminded me of a fucking Ant-Man again.
It looked like a horror movie to me. Like he looked straight up a horror movie. Um, what else? I think it almost seemed like
I mean, do you think
Ant-
they should have? Let's be honest here. We can bash it all we want, but I mean, what would you like? I mean, would you like the classic look? I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I'll be with a classic. I just didn't like that look because it looked like it looked like a zombie.
So what would you have done? I mean, I think you could go all out, dude. We're watching comic book movies, like
Yeah,
just
I think
just do it.
I think they don't have to have it that exaggerated, like up that high. They could have done like a cone head from like the cone heads. They could have done something just a little
Something
bit
closer
bigger.
to that. I could. I mean,
Something
it definitely would look
bigger.
better than that for sure.
Yeah, just something bigger, but the whole brains right there. Yeah, and then I thought like the how he got captured, and he's supposed to be like this big, like I've studied, I'm smart, I know this and that, and then it just sounded like his whole plan. It didn't go well with
I
how
know
he planned it.
that
It
part
just
was so stupid. Like
yeah,
I'm
the
so
writing
smart.
was
Like, but
yeah
I could have predicted you would come here. Also, I
yeah
couldn't. I don't know, man. And then the part when he shows up with the guy on the phone when he's about to call him about the pills. He
yeah
bothers to show up to the base to hit him with this radio frequency. I'm like,
yeah
really, man? Come on, don't you have better things to do? Send one of your minions
yeah.
after him or something, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I just
Weird.
thought it was kind of like, unless this is part of his plan, like him showing up at the end of the movie, where Sam Wilson, and I was like, okay, did you mean to get captured, or did you not predict that either?
Yeah,
Like, I was
exactly.
like,
Right.
why did
That's
you go into hiding again and just give him another call? So I thought that was kind of lackluster right there. And then the end credits or post credits, I thought that was stupid too. I was like, ah, but I was like, I think the thing I was happy about, it wasn't as bad as people made it seem. I think it was an overall good movie.
I actually stayed
Not,
away
not
from all the reviews till after I watched it because I
yeah.
didn't want to. I didn't want to see anything. I saw that you could see a score, and I'm fine with that. Seeing a
Mhm.
score that doesn't tell me anything about the movie, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I kind of went in there with an open mind. Like it's like, all right. I mean, I know that Marvel realized that they really screwed up a little bit with like preaching to people a little bit too much, like
yeah,
politics and stuff in the movies, and I didn't really feel like that was happening that much
yeah.
in this movie
No,
or at all, really. So
yeah,
yeah,
like the whole thing with the Japan and the U.S. and the animatium. I forget how you pronounce it. Yeah, it was just like a little small part, but it didn't take over the movie.
no,
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty good. Not I'm not saying it's the best, one of the best, but it's one of the better
no,
ones
it's
that came
definitely
out.
not. Yeah,
It's one of the better ones that came out in the multiverse saga. So I'll say that. And speaking of that,
besides Deadpool, it's probably the best phase. Are we in phase 5 now? I guess I don't even know
I'll
what
just
phase
call it
we're
the
in
multi
anymore.
saga.
The multi saga. Well,
Yeah,
that's probably the best movie besides Deadpool that we've seen. That's not saying too much, but still, it's better.
yeah. And speaking of that, I saw some posts and it made me think. I was like, and I remember me, you, and Docs Black were talking about this. How the multi saga is kind of like all over the place. It's like
Yeah, it
it's
is.
not as good as the Affinity Saga, and I maybe we should get him back to talk about this. But if we go down the movies or all the movies and shows that in the multi saga, we're like, where is everybody at? It's
Yeah,
been years past. They don't mention the Eternals anymore. They barely mention the what they're called, that guy that's come out Earth.
Tiamat,
Tim, yeah, what is he? What is he? A supreme being? What is he? I
Celestial.
forget. A celestial.
Yeah, and
So they
somehow they
barely
call it Celestial Island. How did they even figure out he was a Celestial?
yeah.
All the Eternals are gone. What's
Yeah,
going
so like what happened to the Eternals? What happened to Shang-Chi? Where's like everybody at? because like none of these movies are kind of like connecting.
I will agree. I was very surprised when Ross said, "I want you to restart the Avengers." I was like, "Okay, didn't see that one coming."
Yeah,
I'll agree with that because for some reason I thought the Avengers were still around, but I guess they don't consider that even after they did what they did to save the world. They did not allow them to come together again. I guess I don't know. It's weird.
well, yeah, it's
I didn't know they were gone.
if you think about it, like they never got back together except for that fight on
Yeah, I
Infinity
guess I would.
Saga.
I just assumed, right?
Yeah, and even then they were not even together because remember in Infinity War, you know, Iron Man had to call Steve.
Yeah.
You know, they're still not together. Like,
No,
and
I
then
get that. I just would
the
have
five
thought
years
after this
passed.
fight that
Yeah,
it would reunite them.
right. But you know, like, what was it? Three of them, almost the original members were gone. We lost
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Iron Man.
Yep.
Steve said, "Here, Sam, take
Yeah. No
this."
one knows where Steve is. He's.
Thor went with the Guardians.
Yep.
So like if you like, and Hawkeye is probably the only one of the original members. And Hulk is like Smart Hulk now.
And
So
based on Hawkeye's ending, I would say he's retiring as well.
yeah. And then what? Vision was gone. So like the original core is like gone. You
Yeah.
know. So
Wanda's supposedly dead.
yeah.
So
No, if you didn't watch Agatha, what's it called? Agatha All Along.
uh huh.
I guess they confirmed that she's dead. Like
Nobody's really dead.
Yeah, nobody's really dead though, especially in these comics. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, where's everybody at? Shang-Chi, you know, you get the post credits of the Shang-Chi, and they're talking about the rings and everything, and I think they have a title for the next Shang-Chi movie, but who knows where that go when they keep on cutting movies. Like, oh yeah, we're not doing this anymore. We're not Armor Wars. I guess Armor Wars is not happening anymore. Ironheart is supposed to still happen. They already got
Ironheart's
like a
gonna
trailer for
happen.
that.
They can't scrap that movie. They want to, but they can't.
Blade keeps on getting rewritten.
Blade's not gonna
delayed.
happen. Blade's never gonna get done.
They
just keep handing him crappy script after crappy script, and I think he's sick of it. I don't.
Right.
Sorry, I'm shaking up my coffee.
So,
but I don't think he wants to do a Blade movie, man. I don't think it's gonna get done. I think they keep handing him bad scripts, and it's so easy to make a Blade movie, man. It just has to kill a bunch of vampires, and it's awesome. Right. Doesn't have to be a crazy good story. I mean, it could, but doesn't have to be, dude. I want to see Blade slice up some vampires with all sorts of cool weapons. That's what I want. And apparently, the last script they were giving him, he was being led around by like 3 women or something like that.
Yeah, I think even the first script, they said there wasn't even a really good fight until the end of the movie. Like everything. Yeah, I remember the first script. I think Ali, what's his name, Marshall Ali.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. I'm so glad that he's such a good actor that he could just be like, "This is crap. I'm not doing it. Give me something good, or I'm done." I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he didn't just do it because he was like, "I want to be in a Marvel movie." No, he wants to be in a good Marvel movie.
Yeah, but you know he's already. And you know they got to be careful with this because, or I think they have been because he's in Luke Cage as the club owner.
But that's a little different because that's not really the same continuity. They don't really consider that the same. Even the Daredevil that's supposed to be in Born Again isn't the same Daredevil. From what they say. So Netflix isn't like an off thing, like almost like another. They could probably even say it's another universe if they wanted to.
Right. But yeah. So Captain America.
Was it Cottonmouth? Was that his name? As the club owner, Mahershala Ali.
I can't remember. I can't remember. But so we supposed to have 2 days, like not 2 days. Doomsday is the next Avengers movie. So, but
with Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, and I guess they're bringing back Captain America, but as Captain Hydra or something like that. Or they're bringing back Chris Evans as like Captain Hydra or something like that. But we have Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, Fantastic Four.
Now, speaking of old school and looking kind of like, like the comics, the trailer, I thought the thing looked pretty good. Some people had issues with it. I thought he looked great in his, like, Thor thing. I thought
You talking about the Thing?
Yeah, he looked just like
Oh,
comics.
I didn't like the voice.
The voice
I didn't
is
like
different.
the voice.
I'll agree
The
with
voice
that.
is
But the
different.
look,
Yeah.
the actual
The
look, because
look,
we're
yeah.
talking about like
the
how they
eyebrows.
could do the huge head or whatever on the Thinker, right? Well, I mean, this was like true to comics Thing.
Oh, the Thinker. Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about Thing.
No, I am. I'm talking about the Thing,
Okay.
but just for reference, right? They went full out like 60s comic book on the Thing.
Yeah.
You can do that and it works, man. You don't have to be afraid and do this weird stuff. I thought he looked great.
Yeah.
But I do agree the voice is not ragged at all.
Yeah, if you're talking about the last Fantastic Four movie, that was horrible. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was. Like, I saw the movie, I was like, yo, this is stupid. And then I saw the reviews. I saw people doing reviews. I was like, oh yeah, huh? Like, they mentioned like, who was it? Thing and like, Johnny never said a word to each other. Or there's somebody in the Fantastic Four that never said a word to each other. I was like, oh shit, you're right. They never mentioned, they never talked to each other. But yeah, that movie was horrible. How they did Doctor Doom, it's the costumes, it was horrible. And there's that one part in the trailer where they show Thing dive bombing from the sky and landing on a tank, and that part's not even in the movie. I was like, yeah, this is horrible. What was the whole point of making Johnny Storm?
I think they're putting a stop
Black?
to that, by the way. I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore. If you put something in the trailer, it's got to be in the movie.
Oh, what's the name? Does it? Marvel does it all the time.
No, I don't think you're allowed to anymore. Like, I think they actually put a stop to that. I think the Endgame was the last, or not Endgame, Infinity War was the last straw. I think after that, they said something like, you can't show something that's not actually going to be in the movie because that's what like people pay money to go see, was that part that you did. So it's like false advertising. So I don't think anyone's allowed to do that anymore.
Okay. What else was I about to say? Yeah, so Fantastic Four, they showed Galactus, a comic accurate Galactus. We can only see him from the back.
Still though, I'm excited for that. Dude, go all out. Let me see him. I don't want to see a cloud. I want to see Galactus.
Yeah.
His purple's a little dark, but I'm okay with that. I mean, you can change him up a little bit, but make him look like, it's still purple. Yeah. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. And then they got was it Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I didn't really think that. Yeah, it threw me off too. Like I heard that was like a fan cast, but I guess that's really he's really it. I was like, oh damn, okay, well this should be interesting. And I guess they have a family already, so I'm not mad at it. I'm glad it's not gonna be an origin story. We've already seen two Fantastic Four movies. Where's
I'll
the
say
origin?
this: I'm not mad about the way it looks. I thought they wasted some time, but maybe they just didn't have enough footage. But that whole like dinner scene was like almost a minute, and it was just him talking to a robot. I'm like,
yeah,
why am I watching this?
And I guess it's supposed to be in a different.
Else.
And I guess it's supposed to be in a different universe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
cool.
What about what'd you think of the Superman trailer? We haven't talked in a while.
Cool. I thought it was cool. I'm kind of scared because it has a lot of things in there.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a lot of cameos. So we already saw Green Lantern. We saw Hawk Girl. We saw Crypto. Mr. Terrific.
Yep. Guy Gardner.
Yeah. Green Lantern. Who else is supposed to be in there? I forget who else.
I think that's what. I mean, Lex Luthor's in there.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
There's an alien in there.
Lois Lane, if you haven't mentioned her, she was in there.
Yeah, Lois Lane. I think they showed the other photographer, the teenager or the intern.
Oh, okay.
Johnny, or I forget, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen.
Is it Jimmy Olsen? Yeah. I'm still not sold on his outfit, his costume. It looks too loose in some parts.
Are you talking about Superman's outfit?
Yeah, Superman's outfit.
Mm-hmm. Here's what I'll say. I know there's a lot of different characters in there. You can make it work though if they're already actually just kind of like you just go with like they're established in the universe already. We already know that can work because the Batman was really good and he was already there for 2 years doing his thing. It's not like he had to do an origin story or anything like that. So things can be established off screen, and you could just kind of show them in action. and they're just like another thing, and they can say something about them, and then that's it. If that's all they're gonna do, it's fine. If you try to do an origin story for these people and go way into their backstory, there's no way you can make a good film. You're
Right.
gonna take way too much time with that. If you just say they're like his rivals, or they don't like him around because he's an alien and he's taking their thunder or whatever, it can work.
Yeah. Speaking of, we're talking about DC.
Would you
Did
agree with
see,
that, or would you hate that?
No, yeah. I think you're right. Because what's his name? James Gunn. I think he's good at doing that. If you look at his recent work, he does a lot of movies where there's a lot of characters in it. It's not solely off one. So Suicide Squad, Guardians.
Yeah.
And then I was just about to bring up Creature Commando. Did you watch that?
I have not yet. No.
It's pretty
Is it
good.
Finished?
It's finished. Yeah. It's
Okay,
finished. The
I'll
season's
probably
done.
check it out then.
I think there's 8 episodes. But it's not. It shows some nudity in there, some different.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
I feel kind of funny when I see like girls' nipples and stuff like that. I'm like,
Oh man, I watch
no.
anime sometimes, so sometimes just titties plop out. Just happens.
oh, that's known in anime, but when it comes to like non-anime, it's like, oh, it's kind of different. Like Zack Snyder has this show out called something of the gods, Tears of the Gods, and there's like sex scenes in there, and you actually see like the man's junk and stuff. And you're like, oh, whoa,
Okay.
it's getting close to like hentai.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So Fantastic Four. We talked about Doomsday.
Can I say something that I really did enjoy?
What?
Though, in Captain America 4, I very much enjoyed Isaiah Bradley. I thought he was really great.
Is that the the guy that's part of the Serpents? What's it called?
No, Isaiah Bradley is like the guy who's a super soldier. He's just old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my favorite part in the whole movie, besides the way he beat the Hulk, because that was still pretty good, is when he takes the plastic off his phone.
He's like, I had it on there for a reason.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I told my wife about that. She's like, yeah, I leave the plastic on.
Yo, I have it too.
When
I laughed
saw
too
that,
because I was like,
damn
dude,
it,
I
these
could,
fucking kids.
dude, I could totally relate.
It was great, and then they were hanging out in the car and having fun. That was good too. And then I felt it just went a little too long with like all the antics. Like at the end,
Yeah.
like the part where they're also in the thing doing selfies. I'm like, all right, you're going, cut it right there. Just stop.
Yeah.
I had my fun. Let's move on to other stuff. But yeah, I think all the scenes with Isaiah Bradley were actually really good. I think the guy's just a good actor. Probably maybe that's what it is. He just brings a gravitas, you know?
Yeah, I can't think of any movies he's been in, but he was good in Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and he was good here.
Yeah, he was probably my favorite part in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I thought you were talking about the other guy, that the mercenary.
No, I guess he actually was a comic book character too, called Sidewinder. I've never heard of that character.
And
I just thought he was a random, like, terrorist or whatever.
Yeah. He's a good actor. He plays in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. He's played in
He always seems to play the same kind of character though.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
different.
but he plays it well.
Typecast. Yeah, he does.
He plays it well.
He definitely does.
Mandalorian.
I think he's kind of wasted in this one too. You don't get to see him a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's in there and it's cool, but yeah, they could have done so much more with him. And they probably did, and they cut it all.
Yeah, for as many reshoots they had, there's supposed to be like another.
Dude, did you hear Disney is like saying that the film only cost $180 million? That's it. That's all they said it was cost. There's no way. The reshoots alone probably cost $180 million.
Yeah.
You get three reshoots, and you're gonna tell someone that this movie this is like our lowest budget film yet? Are you kidding me, man? Like.
Yeah, I could tell. I was telling. Who was I telling? I was telling my lady about the reshoots. Or no, I was telling my friend. I was like, there's one part I noticed there's a reshoot, because there's one part when I think in the middle of the movie, Anthony Mackie takes his shirt off, right? Mm-hmm. And he's kind of like toned and everything. And there's another, like towards the end, he has a shirt and he has like a belly, like a beer belly. I was like, oh yeah, that's a reshoot right there. Like, because usually movies take like 3 months to shoot, and then the rest of it's edits, post edits. But you can tell that was a reshoot right there. Just like with Justice League, you can tell when Ben Affleck, there's like he has a size difference when he had and those are like the reshoots when he's a little heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I saw you playing this. It's not King of Fighters. What is it? It's
it's it's only out for the weekend, but it'll be out in April, but it's called City of the Wolves. It's actually a sequel to a long-going series called Fatal Fury. If you've heard of that.
Yeah.
The last one was called Garo, Mark of the Wolves, and that's when they actually like redid the main character and kind of put a new main character as like the protagonist. But they redesigned this other character that had the same look forever, but they made him like 10 years older and put like, a jacket on him and stuff like that. But that was 20 years ago this game was made.
Mm-hmm.
That there hasn't been a sequel since then to this series, so everyone's really excited. I actually, it's called Garo, Mark of the Wolves. I tried it, I liked it, but there's no real good training mode in it at all. So like, if you get your ass kicked online and you want to practice a scenario, you really can't. So there's really not a good way to get better. So I just dropped it. And then when I found out this game was coming out, I'm like, oh hell yes, dude! They're gonna make a good training mode. I can get better at this game, and there's all the mechanics that are in the old one are in the new one. Yeah. So, and they've added more mechanics, which is super cool to me. So, like, yeah, I'm really excited. As soon as we're done with this, I'm on there, by the way. Okay. So that's why we had to do this a little earlier. It's like I got the whole weekend off to play this game, but I'm looking to get as good as possible, as quick as possible.
And speaking of fighting games, didn't Capcom about to release another fighting collection?
Yes, and it's all it's a lot of the 3D games actually, and then of course Capcom vs SNK1 and SNK2.
Yeah.
But also we should really play, dude, a fucking Project Justice.
Oh yeah.
Which is like Rival Schools.
Classic.
And,
was that
Power Stone 2?
No, I know Power Stone was Dreamcast. Was Project Justice Dreamcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only Project Justice.
I like that game.
You know what's so funny, dude? I was desperate for money, and I had that game, Project Justice, and now I'm getting it all for $50.
Is that where Secure comes from?
I sold that thing for like $300, dude.
Oh, the Dreamcast?
The Project Justice.
Oh, you sold it for $300.
Yes, I needed
Project
it.
Justice,
I had to put my car in, but yeah, dude, I can't believe I'm gonna get it back for $50.
That's where Secure comes from, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Either that or they put her in alpha first, but then they still put her in in rival schools because she's like
rival schools. That's where she comes from.
Yeah, either that or they put her in alpha first, but then they were like, well, she's a schoolgirl. Let's put her in rival schools as well. We can go a little bit more into her origin,
Yeah, I think it's rival schools because if you ever played like the campaign or the story, she's like the people that she fights against they're classmates in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's rival schools. Okay. And then she's a fan of Ryu.
Yes.
And so that's how she ends up like in Street Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But we have to play Power Stone.
Power Stone was great. Yeah.
That's just a nutty game when you got 4 players, man. 4-player online Power Stone. That's gonna be a good time.
When's that coming out?
That is in May, I think.
May? Okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
And the new game that we were talking about, City of the Wolves, that comes out in April.
Yeah. I put Spiderman on here. I forgot why I put Spider-Man.
Because there's a Disney Plus series that sucks.
Oh yeah, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. As soon as I found out how he became Spider-Man, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
I didn't mind that, man. I think it was the part when he was just like, when Robbie or Ronnie or whatever was walking down the street and this cop was like stalking him for no reason and stuff. I was like, why am I watching this? I want to see a Spider-Man story. And then I was just, once that episode was done, I stopped. Yeah. I was like, what are you doing to me, dude? And like, I swear, dude, every white person in that show is a criminal.
I didn't pay attention.
Now it's only one episode, but dude, like, what? What is happening right now? I'm like, dude, you are pushing your shit way too much. And I'm like, I just want. I swear, man, if it wasn't contractually obligated that Peter Parker had to be white, I think they would have made him something else too.
Yeah,
I just
but
and I love Spider-Man. I'm sorry, but I love Spider-Man. You almost
right.
can't stop me from watching a Spider-Man show, and you managed to do it.
Oh wow,
Like
mission accomplished.
I know Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, and it started out so cool, dude. I don't mind Doctor Strange coming from another universe out of nowhere. A freaking
Yeah.
symbiote goes and starts a fight. I'm like, okay, yeah. And then it just kept going to tell me a story that I just didn't want to see.
Right.
I was like, come on, man.
But aren't they supposed to make another just like how they did X-Men like 90 was it 97?
Dude, X-Men 97 is fucking awesome.
But aren't they supposed to make a Spider-Man like 97?
Sure
like
would have
based off
hoped
that?
so, but
I could have sworn that was in the works.
Well, if that's in the works, I'd watch that, but I'm not watching this crap. I watched one episode, and I don't think I'm going to finish it. I just don't think I can
Or
watch
you know
it.
what? No, now that I think about it, they mentioned another Spider-Man animated show, and it must have been talking about this one.
Look at the guy right next to me there. That's Spider-Man. He's my favorite character. I refuse to let you ruin him. I refuse to give any support to this show whatsoever. I'm so mad. It's not
Speaking
hard
of Spider-Man,
to do Spider-Man, dude. It's not.
Speaking of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Did you play the Spider-Man games that recently came out?
I played the first one. I loved it.
Yeah.
But I haven't played the second one yet, to be honest. And I really enjoyed. You know, it was shorter, but Miles Morales was actually. It might have been a better game in the fact that it had better mechanics. Everything was. I don't know if you played Miles Morales, the
I
one
didn't.
that was. It's actually really good. The mechanics are tighter. Like the game feels snappier. And his moves are a little cooler, to be honest. But I haven't played the third one yet. I don't know why. I just haven't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to play too many fighting games right now or something. I really haven't played like any games. I pretty much just been playing fighting games for a long time now.
Yeah. So what I was getting to is that I actually like Harry Osborn as Venom more than Eddie Brock.
Okay. I've seen that before. I think they did that on
in another animated Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I think it was Spectacular
cartoon.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably.
That's a good Spider-Man.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. I still personally enjoy the Fox one better, but I think that might be just nostalgia. I don't know, but they're close to me.
Yeah.
It's almost like Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home. They're so close. I don't know which one's better.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, oh, they're going to do this in this game too. They're going to make Harry Venom. I was like, okay.
I kind of saw that coming though, right? Because in the first game he was sick, right?
Yeah, he's in that. I think he's in the tank, right? He's in the tank
at the end. Yeah.
In the symbiote, you can see it coming off him or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I kind of am more for Harry being Venom. But then you gotta wonder, like, Eddie turns into anti-Venom. I don't know if you ever read the comics, but he turns into anti-Venom.
No, but I know who anti-Venom is. Yeah, but I never read those comics.
It's cool because so in the comics
and Flash Thompson is Agent Venom, right?
Yeah. I think there's been was there two different Agent Venoms? Well, we know Flash is at least Agent Venom, but so in the comics, Eddie has been away from the symbiote, and I think he has cancer, right? And he's like low. He's like low in his life.
Yeah, I just know that he's sick. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I think he's like homeless. And so the new Venom is actually Scorpion. So Scorpion got his suit off. Because I remember in the comics, like he had to keep a suit on to like stay alive or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow he got a suit off, and now the Venom symbiote is on Scorpion. And so it just so happened that Scorpion goes in the soup kitchen where Eddie Brock is at. And the symbiote recognizes him. He's like, oh, I need to get back to Eddie Brock. You know, that's my original host. And so the symbiote tries to go on him, and the symbiote gets burned by Eddie's skin. And the symbiote is like, oh, what the hell? And then that activates the anti-venom, and then that's how anti-venom comes about.
Okay.
Yeah. So spoiler.
So because his skin gets burnt when he attaches to him, he becomes anti-venom?
No, so like because the symbiote was trying to get onto him, like it's just, the reason I brought this up because that's what happens in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
Um, instead Peter Parker becomes anti-venom or gets an anti-symbiote,
Mm.
and it's because I guess how they try to make it is like when the symbiote leaves the host, it leaves a trace of it inside the host,
Okay.
but the trace it mutates.
Got it. And that's why it's anti instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
So
it.
when the Venom symbiote was trying to go back to Eddie Brock, it it felt like the mutated symbiote inside of him. That's how he got the symbiote got burnt, and then it activated, and that's how he became anti Venom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was almost I can't remember, but anti Venom was almost the same as Venom. He was like an anti-hero,
Mm-hmm.
but he was like more out to like get the symbiotes that was running around like New York or something like that, or the world.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, what should we call it? Last of Us is coming up. I think in like what 2 months. I think.
Okay.
I'm excited about that. I still haven't finished the game yet, the second game, but you know, the show is great.
I know. Maybe I should try to make a point to play that before we watch that. But I did. I enjoyed the first season a lot.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
a
yeah.
a really solid show.
Yeah, I think you missed an experience by not playing the game first. Because I remember when the first game first came out,
Mm-hmm.
and that part where is it Frank? Is Frank the main character?
Joe?
Joe.
Joel?
Yeah, Joel. When his daughter
You're
dies,
so bad with names, dude.
I am. But I know, is there a Frank in Last of Us?
I
somewhere?
think so, but I think
Yeah.
he's that guy who had the partner. That,
Okay. Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah. But when Joe's daughter died, it hits you harder in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember on Twitter, everybody was talking about that. Everybody's like, "Yo, if you didn't cry when the daughter died, you have no heart." I was
I'm
like,
not
what?
gonna lie. I think I did see that part before I watched the show because I played some of Last of Us. I just
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
finish it. I got to the part where you're like climbing in some buildings.
Yeah,
After you separate from the woman who tells you to take care of Ellie.
yeah.
Tess, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after you separate from Tess, I might have been like 4 hours into the game after that.
Okay,
but I
okay.
saw the girl die. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then you didn't miss that experience. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it might have been. I think I might have had more weight when I.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, when I
The
watched
series?
the show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I feel like it hit me harder when I watched the HBO one.
Mm. Yeah. Think that's it for me. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. I'm enjoying it.
I played a little bit of that too.
Yeah. I guess it's supposed to be like Overwatch. I never played
Oh, yeah.
Overwatch. I've
Me
seen
neither.
gameplay. I've seen gameplay, but I'm cool. And I was like, oh, they're making everybody look like Japanese characters, but
I'm
after
okay with
playing
that.
it, like I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. And it's like I used to think there's certain characters that suck, but like you just gotta know how to play with them.
Better than what they're doing with a lot of our characters now, man. You see, have you played Outlaws yet? Have you seen it?
Star Wars
Outlaws? Yeah.
No.
Oh my god. They made that girl look. Ugh.
I thought I was gonna get that for Christmas, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. Hopefully,
Well, maybe
it's
they fixed
Ubisoft,
some of the
right?
bugs in it. Yeah.
It's Ubisoft, yeah.
I was having a lot of fun watching all these random videos of people just like falling into like walls, not being
Yeah.
able to get out of the wall.
Yeah, they're saying how like I think we talked about this. Like, there's different gangs or something like that.
But like even the art styles that they've been picking for like a lot of games now, they just don't look very good. I mean, Marvel Rivals looks great.
Yeah,
You know, it looks like that's why people are picking the game up. And then
Mhm.
this other game, Concord, that's the game. It's supposed to have like a
Concord?
bunch of body positivity in it, and you know, you can make your character look old and fat.
Never heard of this.
Yeah, because it's crap.
Oh,
And then Marvel Rivals comes out, and like the girls are hot, And the
Yeah.
guys are like big bulky dudes, and it's fucking awesome, and it kicks ass. Like, why are we getting beat? Like, because that's awesome, and your product sucks.
I gotta look up Concord now. To see
Oh
how
man,
bad
you're in for a treat.
it is.
You are in for a treat, man. You got to see some of these characters in Concord. It's
Right.
something else. And then you look at this character, and then you compare it to a Marvel Rivals character. You're like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. It's called. Is it CONCORD?
Yep.
Okay, just like the city. All right. Look at it.
It's something. Was there anything else I want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if we ever finished talking about the Penguin. I think we only did the episode like till episode 5 or something like that. I don't think we actually finished the Penguin.
I think we did. We talked about it because we talked about the ending and how
okay.
I was surprised, and you're like, no, he had to do it. Like he had to kill.
Okay, cool.
Whoever that guy's name.
I love the Penguin. It's a good shit.
Yeah.
Watch the Penguin, people.
Yeah, I still haven't heard any news of the next. Oh, I've been hearing that there's talks because I know James Gunn was going to say like Matt Reeves Batman.
Dude, I bet you James Gunn is so pissed right now that the Penguin did so well because people are really going to want that. Like that's like the standard now.
Like, yeah, so I know James Gunn was going to say, yeah, we're gonna make that world called Elseworld.
Yeah, he said that forever ago. Yeah,
but then really I was hearing talks that he wants to include that into his DCU.
Yeah,
I think just we want to see. I'm excited to see with the brave and bold type of Batman. Where Batman and Damian
agree
Wayne.
with you completely, dude. Yeah, I want to see Damian Wayne. I really want to see.
It's time to see Damian Wayne on the big screen. Yes,
so that's a sick Robin right there, dude.
Yeah. Even in like, did you ever follow it on like Damian Wayne's in the Injustice series?
A little bit.
Yeah, how he killed Dick Grayson.
Yeah, he killed Dick. Yeah.
He's like, I thought he was gonna dodge it.
Yeah, he always dodges it.
Yeah, and even the animated movies like was it Teen Titans versus Justice League, and because Damian Wayne is Robin in these series of the Justice League movies, animated movies, and he's pretty cool.
I mean, I just saw the first appearance of Damian Wayne in one of the Batman movies.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed that movie. I can't remember which one it was called though.
Was it Batman versus Robin?
I don't know if it was that one, but it was really good. It was the first time that Damian Wayne showed up because the Raja's place gets attacked and supposedly he gets killed. Natalia brings Damian to Bruce for him to take care of him. And that's like the first appearance. And then he runs away and Nightwing's got to catch him.
Oh, yeah. Which one is that?
I mean, he gets roughed up. He still wins, but you could tell he had a hard time with him.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is a movie called Batman versus Robin, and it's Batman versus Damon.
It could be that.
And Batman's like holding his punches, and Damon's like, "No, come on, give me full swing." And there's a part where Damon's about to kill him, and Batman's like, "Go on, come on, do it. You want to be Ra's al Ghul, or you want to be?"
It could be that one. It's possible.
Yeah. But yeah, those I gotta watch those. Oh, there's supposed to be a trailer coming. Oh wait, speaking of that, trailers. Did you see the new Jurassic Park trailer?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not happy at all. I was happy for Scarlett Johansson, but once I saw like, oh, these are the mutated dinosaurs, these are the failed subjects, and then that one, I think they're calling like the B Rex or something like that, or the D Rex, and he has like that alien looking dome. I was like,
it sucks too because Mahershala Ali is going to be in it, and he's going to be great. I know he's going to be good because he's just good in everything, but everything else is going to suck. The story's going to suck. The way the guy talks, dude, he almost talks as fast as the Micro Machine guy. I'm like, what? What the fuck are you saying right now in this trailer? Like they're asking a question. He's like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Slow down, man. Like I don't know. I'm really not trying to be negative about stuff. I want to see big ass dinosaurs on the silver screen, but dude, you got Jurassic Park and Jurassic World to follow. Like these
Yeah,
are good movies.
it's almost like what else can you do?
It's like
I think they're running out of ideas
just like
because Jurassic
Transformers
World.
is like so good. The first Transformers, and I can
Yeah,
tolerate the second one, and then it just goes to crap. It's like, come on, man!
I
Like
thought the
either just
third one.
drop it or
I thought the third one was good. I enjoyed the first Transformers. The second one was the twins didn't bother me at all, honestly.
they didn't bother me either.
What bothered me is that they kept on like teleporting to different places. They're in Egypt. They're
Yeah,
no. That was yeah. So that was, but that I thought was good. Like the fights when Optimus was fighting the
yeah.
Megatron, Starscream, and the other dude. I was like, yo, this is a badass fight.
It is. The fights are good. I'm not complaining about the fights. They're the best part of the movie for sure. But the story is very lackluster compared to the first Transformers, which I thought was a very good story.
Yeah, but then what happens in the Transformers is like in every movie they're saying, oh yeah, this is the only way to get Cybertron back, and then
Dude,
the next
every
movie is like
movie gets worse too, man. And I have like this sweet summer child moment every time I see the trailer. Like, yeah, it looks good. They're gonna bring back the apes, the Beast Wars, and wow!
Yeah.
And, oh my
Beast
god,
Wars
it's
was
just worse
such a
than the next.
I think Beast Wars. No, I think the Last Night was the worst one. I liked it. I honestly like Extinction. With the Dinobots and everything else. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but it's still a terrible movie. But yeah, the last one that they did was the worst for sure. You know what? They did a little bit of a redemption arc with Bumblebee. Bumblebee wasn't bad with Haley Steinfeld. That was a pretty good movie. Oh,
I didn't like Bumblebee at all.
really?
I thought the opening was the best part of the movie. Other than that, I didn't like Bumblebee.
Yeah,
I
mean,
can't remember.
it's okay. It's not, but it's
Yeah.
better than a lot of the other Transformers movies that have been out since then, except for like 1 and 2, like I said. So it was a little bit of a better story. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was better than what was out.
Dark of the Moon. I thought that was pretty good too. Like
Number 3?
yeah,
Mm.
He he gets his trailer. I've been waiting for the trailer. He gets his trailer in there. He gets his little jetpack thing.
That doesn't mean it's a good movie.
I know that, but I thought it was still good.
Tell me the story.
The story?
What's the story of Dark of the Moon?
What was the story? Oh yeah, Sentinel Prime. Get his Cybertron back. That's every story,
Yeah,
right?
that's every
That's
story.
every story. But then last night,
I want more than just like I'm not paying $20 to go to the theater. It's $20 now at least to
Yeah.
go to the theater.
that's why I only go on
See
Tuesdays.
robots fighting each other. I need more than that now. It's too much money, man.
Yeah, Rise of the Beast. I was so hurt because when Beast Wars came out, I remember I was in second or third grade, and my friend had this little portable TV, and he would put the antenna up, and it used to come on like at 8 a.m. And that's when I first started watching Beast Wars. I thought, what? This is a Transformers? And then I started watching it on TV. I was like, yo, the story is so great. My favorite guy was Rat Trap. I was hurt that they didn't put Rat Trap in there, but
Dude, Beast Wars is Rat Trap. Well, Rat Trap is something else.
yeah,
Like he has a really good story arc too, because you almost don't trust him sometimes.
yeah,
He's like,
he's a rat.
yeah.
They did it perfect.
But
you
he
know?
is good. Yeah, I like Rat
Yeah.
Trap a lot. And
My-
Dinobot story was great too.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of good, like, interesting characters, honestly, in Beast Wars. Like,
Yeah. So
how does this animated cartoon for kids better than like half the movies you put out now? Like, what's going on with these writers and people? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it shouldn't be like this. And these people
Right.
get paid a ton of money.
yeah,
Dude, why are you allowed to put out crap?
Oh, speaking of Transformers, did you watch Transformers 1?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It was great.
Wasn't my favorite movie, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, and like I told you, that Megatron, when he switched,
A little bit of too much girl bossing in there. Just a little bit. But
girl bossing.
yeah, that Scarlett
Come on.
Johansson character.
Oh, that was her.
Sure sounded like her.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was. I didn't pay attention. But yeah.
But yeah, a very interesting story between Optimus and Megatron. Definitely. I enjoyed that a lot. And you said that in the comics they were They were like
Yeah,
good
yeah.
buddies. So that was very cool to me. So yeah, actually, I think it was after you told me. I think me and a buddy went and saw it like the next week
Mm,
because I was really excited to see it after what you told me.
yeah.
And yeah, I give that one a 7.
Okay, yeah. I liked it. But Beast Machines like hurt me so much. Like I was like, oh, okay, we see Cheetor, we got Rhinox and Air Razor, but then you see the movie Air Razor never transforms. Cheetor only had one line. Rhinox doesn't say nothing at all. I was like, yo, and then they should just learn from
I
like,
think Rhinox is my favorite character personally.
dude, his guns, his two guns.
Yeah, it's his Gatling guns. I think
Yeah.
that's what drew me to him the most, and also the fact that like if he wanted to, he could be the leader, but he just
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
want to be. Like
Yeah.
he's very he knows he knows he's good. He doesn't need to
Yeah.
brag about it. He's fine with being second. I
Yeah.
like that. I'm fine with that.
But yeah, they try to just take the humans out. You know, you guys seen it work where there's no humans and it actually works.
Sure it does.
Stop trying to push these new actors and just let the Transformers be Transformers.
I'm with you completely. Tell me a story with no humans. I'm good with that.
Right. Okay, do we got anything else?
Ah, man. I don't think so. Trying to think if there was any other. Oh, what'd you think of the Super Bowl commercials?
I was disappointed. That's the only reason I watched the Super Bowl. It was like part of for the halftime and in the commercials, and there were maybe the most one that stuck out was the seal one.
It's so funny because usually people are pretty in agreement about Super Bowl commercials. This year, everyone seems to have a different one that I talk to people about.
Mm-hmm.
The one, yeah, definitely seals stuck out. I thought the weird tongue ones stuck out too. That was really odd. I didn't enjoy it, but it
Wasn't there
stuck
one
in
with
my memory.
Wasn't there one with Matt Damon?
Yeah,
That one was
that one wasn't
funny.
bad.
Yeah, that was funny.
My favorite one though is the Doritos one. I don't know if you saw that one where
Which one was that one?
it blows up the ship.
Don't remember.
So they put a tractor beam in as he's eating Doritos. These aliens put a tractor beam in, and they're trying to suck out the Doritos, and he won't let it go. So they just like bounce him up and down his apartment, like beating the hell out of him basically with the tractor beam. But he still won't let it go, and he's at the window. And he finally lets it go, but it goes so fast that it goes right through the ship and destroys it. And then at the end, it's just him and an alien eating Doritos. I'm like, okay.
I think the beginning sounds familiar, and I think I turned it.
Oh no!
That sounds funny,
dude.
I gotta look it up now.
Yeah,
that sounds
you gotta
funny.
look that one up. It's pretty. I actually told a buddy about that, and like the minute I was telling him about it, he looked it up like 30 seconds later on his phone.
That's fun. That sounds funny. Yeah. But yeah,
yeah, that was pretty much it for Super Bowl commercials. There were everyone seems to have a different one this year. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but to sum it up, I don't know. I'm not too pleased about the multi-verse saga.
No,
don't know where these. Where's Ant-Man at? Where's everybody at? You know, in the Infinity Saga, there is some connection. You'll see like each other make cameos in different movies, but
oh, you know what? Actually, I do want to. There was one thing I knew. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about: the Daredevil Born Again trailer.
Okay,
what'd you think
cool.
of that?
I thought that was good.
Yeah, I agree.
You see them in the cafe, and Kingpin still has like that little shake thing.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a lot of episodes. What? It's supposed to be like at least 20?
I think they cut that. I think
18?
it's only
really?
I don't think it's gonna be 18 anymore. I'll have to look that up to make sure, but I think they cut the amount of episodes, which I'm fine with. 18's too many.
Yeah, so we get Punisher. We saw Punisher. They said they're supposed to bring. They're gonna have the other Defenders in there. I think there's supposed to be a new Iron Fist. I heard a rumor about that.
I wouldn't surprise me. A lot of people didn't like Iron Fist. He didn't bother me that much, to be honest.
I didn't like it at all. I didn't even bother watching the second season.
Okay.
I didn't even understand how they got a second season. It looks like Bullseye's back, right?
It looks like that, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Bullseye's back. Yeah, I'm interested on. And looks like he he has like another struggle again. Like look like he takes off the costume or he stops being Daredevil
Yeah,
again. So I wonder if this is supposed to be like a reboot, but like a it's like a maybe a
yeah. Like I
soft
said, it's
reboot.
not supposed to be the same Daredevil per se, but at the same time, you can kind of like see what he's gone through with the Kingpin already and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, so you can kind of relate, but you can also suspend disbelief a bit. The fact that you know it's not the same Daredevil, but they still need to keep the same level of writing and stuff.
Right.
Like, I mean, originally, Foggy and Karen Page weren't even supposed to be in it,
Mm-hmm.
and now
On the
they're
Netflix
like
series? Or are you talking about this one?
in this one.
Born Again.
Yeah,
Okay.
they rewrote the whole thing because they knew it
Mm.
was trash and people weren't going to accept it anymore. Because people have been shitting on Marvel for, man, at least a year now, maybe two. They're really starting
Yeah.
to see that they're just not putting out good stuff at all, and they're like, dude, we got
Yeah.
to stop this. And
Especially if you're trying to if you're taking the Netflix Daredevil, like yo,
which
you
is
better
such a
come with
high
your end game.
standard, right? I
Yeah,
mean
that
that's
bar
one of
is
the
high.
best like TV series, not even comic book series, just TV series in general in the last like what 5, 10 years now,
Yeah.
right? It's one of the better ones. It stands right out there with like you know what's that really good one? Oh God, Walter White, whatever his name is.
What's Walter White? Stranger Things?
No, no. Well, Stranger Things is a good one too, but
Yeah.
no. Oh man,
I don't know who Walter
I
White
can't think of
is.
the name. Bryan Cranston. Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
It's right up there with Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay, Breaking Bad. Okay.
That's a great,
Never seen
great
it.
show.
Never seen a single episode
That's a wild show
of Breaking
too.
Bad.
I haven't finished it though, but it's pretty
Yeah.
nutty.
Yeah, but Marvel got
Yeah, they got Wise. So the
they
trailer looks good at least. I'm still
mhm.
reserved because of what's been put out, but at least the trailer looks good.
Yeah.
So
I gotta look at the writers. That's what I've learned is like look at the writers and then you can kind of tell
eh,
how the movie's gonna be. Because the writers that were on the Falcon and Winter Soldier
uh-huh.
were also like the writers that were on Captain America Brave New World. Brave
Okay.
New World. I get mixed up because it was called something else. It was called a New World Order first.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to Brave New World.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like two writers that wrote on the series that
Mm-hmm.
also wrote on the movie.
Well, let's hope there's no writers from Agatha or anything like that
Oh gosh.
on there.
That series is so forgettable. Like,
Never watched it. Never even watched an episode. I saw the trailer and I was enough. I was like, I'm done.
but again, like what where are these characters? Are they all gonna show up in Doomsday, or some of them gonna show up in Doomsday, or are some of them gonna be in
The only thing that they have
um,
going for it, and I mean, I don't know how great it is story wise, but the fact is, you do it the multiverse, so you can do all these different characters now. If you want to, but I don't know.
you know what I totally forgot to talk about?
What?
I wonder if this means anything. But Captain America, the intro, it wasn't the regular Marvel intro.
Oh, I don't even remember that actually. That didn't even stick out to me.
Yeah, because it wasn't there.
Oh. Oh, so what was it different because it's Disney Marvel? Is that why they changed it?
So you know how Marvel in the beginning of every Marvel movie it has like the Marvel intro.
Yeah, I love that.
Dun, 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 and it shows like different scenes from different movies inside the
Yeah.
letters. It wasn't there in Captain America.
Oh, really?
It never yeah.
That's so crazy that didn't even hit me.
What happens is it just says Captain America Brave New World and like it stutters and stuff like that, and then it gets into the movie. It doesn't have that intro like every Marvel movie has.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was like, I wonder what they did that for. Like, are they trying to do something new? Like, or is this like phase? I don't know. I that's the first. I mean, that's the first thing you see when you watch a Marvel movie, and that's the first thing that stood out. I was like, they didn't do the intro. It's like, huh. So.
Oh yeah, speaking of Cap 4, I did. What about the Bucky cameo? What did you think of that?
So I always wondered, like, I have to look in the comments or do some research. But you notice how the title Thunderbolts has like an asterisk
I
at
know
the
a
end
lot
of
of people
it.
are saying it's going to be the Dark Avengers at the end.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I wonder if the reason why they're called the Thunderbolts is because Thunderbolt Ross.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that's a connection, and then also like, is it going to change at the end of the Thunderbolt movie? And then speaking of the Thunderbolt trailer, it seems like Taskmaster is like the first one that's going to die
Yeah,
because
because the Taskmaster is only in like the first part of the trailer. Once you go to
yeah,
like other areas, not there anymore.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I guess he's like trying to be Congress or something like that, or trying to he's like political now.
Yeah, I mean he's got the jacket with the flag on the
Yeah,
thing anyway, so
I
yeah.
thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. You know, they have
His
that.
speech, I bought into his speech. I'm not gonna lie.
That was it was a little funny. He was like, "Did you? What did he say? What did
Well, he
Sam
said
say?"
Captain America was someone. Steve Rogers was something that people could look up to. You're something that people can aspire to.
Yeah,
Which I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was hearing like arguments about that, and I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, I guess if anyone had a freaking vibranium suit and
yeah,
wings and stuff, maybe they could be Captain America. I was like, still, I thought it was okay. But yeah, again, that member berries, right? Like people in my theater, that's actually the only time they were really like, ooh, I heard them whispering,
yeah.
but
But that was
it
funny
was okay.
when he was fighting the Hulk, and he was like,
Oh my god, yeah, I know
I
what you're
should
gonna
have took the
say.
damn serum, my ass."
Well, he's like, Bucky's full of shit. That was good too. I liked that
Yeah,
part. Like I said, it wasn't the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen or Marvel
yeah,
show either. It's okay. Like I don't know if I'd recommend going to see it, but it's better than what's been out there, except for
yeah,
Deadpool, which is far better.
yeah. I hate to keep going back to this, but it just keeps on. As we talk, it just more stuff comes up, but just like again, the movies that are supposed to be in this Phase 5, the multiverse saga, um, the end of Eternals, like that in credits where it's supposed to be or post credits. What is that? One person is supposed to be somebody's brother. I forget who it is, but the post credits of Eternals,
Uh-huh.
that guy in there. Because
Yeah,
there was
I
like
don't remember
two.
his name. He's a singer, but yeah, he's supposed to be oh man, what is it?
Is it supposed to be Nova's brother?
I think so, because doesn't he have a Nova
Yeah,
symbol on him?
but
Dude,
yeah,
it's been so long since I've seen Eternals, so
yeah,
don't take me like take it with a grain of salt here, people.
yeah.
I'm
But
not
there's
sure,
like
but
two post credits. There's one where the guys open up a case and there's like a sword in there, and
which
it's
of
supposed to
course I
be
saw that part. Yeah, and he's
yeah,
supposed to be the Dark Knight
Black
or
Knight.
whatever. Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Knight.
and then Blade was supposed to be like, "Are you sure you want to grab that?"
Yep,
So
the
you have
Blade voice. Yep.
yeah. So then you have that. Then you get the post credit that we are just talking about, and then there's like Shang-Chi, and then you get Hercules at the end of Thor.
Yeah.
You
But
get
yeah,
all
at the end of the
these
Eternals, you see that other character. Yeah,
yeah,
I
you get
remember.
all these like loose ends, and it's like, okay, do they plan on cramming all this in Doomsday, or are they cramming this all in Secret
Dude, or
Wars?
are they just gonna forget about it completely? I mean, this is the first time we've seen anything about Tiamat since She-Hulk, which is like
Yeah,
just a blurb in a
She-Hulk,
in a.
She-Hulk, Hulk, and his son. Like,
Yeah, I know.
where are
It's
they
like all these
doing?
things are. I don't know, man. I don't think they have plans for these. Like I said, when we were talking of Doc's Black, I was saying the same thing, man. They're just throwing things at the wall and seeing what's
See what
sticking,
sticks.
and
Yep.
nothing is sticking right now.
Right.
They're just like, all right, well, we got to go back to the old guys. So let's get Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Right. And
I'm desperate.
then it's like, okay, Loki. Like, what's the level of Loki? And then, oh
It sucks
my
so bad
gosh,
because I really did enjoy season 1 of Loki, and then season 2 was just a shit show.
what is going on? I hear. Did you hear that they're trying to bring Kang back?
Yeah, because he got cleared of all charges, right?
Oh my gosh! Like I just, it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's tough being a Marvel fan right now. If you're a
Yeah.
Marvel fan of the so I was really
What
excited
is?
for that Spider-Man, dude. I was counting the days. I was on there like the morning it came out. I was watching it. I'm like, come on.
Did you notice? Totally off topic, but Superman. Did you
Uh huh.
notice that they never said the title in the trailer?
Yeah, I
They,
didn't.
it,
No, I didn't really notice it, but I mean, it didn't really
they
bother
never
me.
said it. They never said what the movie's called.
Mm.
But we know it's called Super. I mean, us fans know it's called Superman Legacy.
Yes.
But they
Yeah.
never mentioned it in the trailer.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when is that supposed to come out?
That's in July.
Okay. Good summer movie. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. To be honest, as bad as the Thunderbolts trailer looks, I I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be like a fun little romp movie. I
I think
do.
so.
Um, I yeah,
You
I
kind of
do.
wonder. You kind of wonder how they're gonna fight this guy because all of them are.
Yeah, I mean, I already told my buddy to get me tickets to it, so like that's a movie I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to. So like, it's not like I'm not trying to see these movies. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
want to be good.
There. I think there's something. There's somebody else in there that they're not showing us because Century's supposed to be
Well, Sentry
like
has two parts, right?
he's
He's
like
Sentry,
a
but
dark
then I think his
void.
alternate thing is like the Void or something like
Yeah.
that.
So it's like unless they have like a thing where they calm him down to get him out the void, how they gonna beat him?
Yeah, I mean Sentry's
All of
basically
them.
like Superman, I think. Like
Yeah.
in terms of strength, like he's redonkulous.
Yeah. I think Century was the one that beat World War Hulk.
Then that makes sense why he's
Yeah.
Superman strength. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like the characters in the Thunderbolts, half of them are from Black Widow movie, and then you get Bucky, and you get who's the other one?
And I've heard people
Ghost.
talking about, to your point about characters, I've heard you were talking about the asterisk, right? To your point, I've heard a lot of people talk about this movie, and I don't think any single character in the roster is actually a Thunderbolt in the comics.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that last time.
Yeah, I don't think a single one. So it makes sense to not call them that.
Yeah.
Also, I think that the leader of the Thunderbolts is Zemo.
Yeah, and you know what? I get
And by
mixed
the
up.
way, that's another credit to Falcon and Winter Soldier that they
Oh
did
yeah,
do right. Zemo was great. I actually
yeah.
really enjoyed Zemo a lot.
But where is he now?
Exactly.
I'm gonna look up the original, and I always get mixed up because there's the Thunderbolts, right? But then there's another team that's ran by Norman Osborn, and he has like almost like an Iron Man suit.
Is that the Dark Avengers? Maybe,
That's what I'm getting mixed up with.
or the
Like,
New Avengers. I know the New Avengers actually had Red Hulk in it, and
yeah, let me
Spider-Man,
see
I believe.
the original members of the Thunderbolts. I said Temptations. uh,
Ooh, Temptations.
Zemo, yeah, formed the team as a fake superhero team to replace the Avengers. Um, but it's not telling me the original members. It's telling me the members now.
But yeah, to your point, I do remember Iron Patriot as Norman Osborn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the people that are in there, none, yeah, the
Yeah,
original
none of
members
them.
in the comics are, yeah, these people are not been mentioned in the MCU yet, except Zemo. But who did Norman Osborn create? Was that the Dark Avengers?
Yeah, I think it's either the Dark Avengers or the New Avengers. One of the two. It didn't have like a special name or anything like that.
Because I remember Norman Osborn made the Iron Patriot suit,
Yep.
the one that War Machine had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
All right, man.
yeah,
What do you think? Yeah.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, good talk, and hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again. And
Oh yeah.
I'm glad this movie wasn't as bad as some of the other ones. So
Well, yeah, guys, that's it for today. What are your thoughts about the MCU and their what's the state? What do you think they're going with? What are you frustrated about? What are you happy about? What do you guys think about Captain America? You heard our views. We want to hear your views, your opinion. Leave them in the comments. Subscribe. I think we're at 15 subscribers. We get like one every year. But anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. I am Ron Deasy. I got my buddy, a pal here.
Mr. Awesome.
We'll see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.